founder of All Coffee. Well, All Coffee started when I was in a lecture about literature in Brazil, and I listened to teachers that satisfied with the little numbers of people with reading,
many of whom said that it was due to bad publicity of such and the little apprentice of the people reading.
in addition to feel how beginning to entertain themselves, taught these arts, often see aspiring to write it. At the point I thought, why not make a bookstore that encourages people to read and write? For what seemed the support of the schools and colleges I would have. But that alone would to make me start a business on a course that is a kind of financial suicide, but many so-called and old acquaintance of how has I know it in the fight.
That's where I come in. Felipe had a coffee with me one day to talk about an idea that he wanted me to evaluate. The idea was to make a publisher in a world in which the e-book audiobooks grow every day, which seemed to me at first insane. But when it was explained to me, I began to understand better. He told me about the lecturer he was in and told me that if we were to influence people in schools and colleges to go into a space where they could read in peace and find a very large variety of books, and change the person's head, something as before in which people read many books and admire a person who does
such a thing, and in the midst of it emerged writers' powers and welcome these people, make events of competition of writers.
That place, and for one and for the one who wins, having his book published and exposed by us. He said we should also embrace the digital market by making a booking selling application. An application that would publicize the bookstore as well as its events, and the application would not suffocate the normal market as we will give numerous incentives for people to go to bookstore. After a few minutes he managed to convince me that this was a good idea and it would be worth trying and effort in this way that I got into it.
When we were building the bookstore, when had a lot of ideas for how the internal logistics of the company would work. Logistics that can be better spoken by someone else.
I was called to be a part of One Coffee. The logistics and the part of the bookstore has already been planned and works like this. In the bookstore, there would be too many places. The first one was a stand bookstore selling books, and the bottom of the second part, a chicken library with 1,007 copies of all kinds of books. From one place to another, it's a counter through a few turnstiles for people to pay to stay some time, eggs in the library. After pay, they receive a bag with a barcode and ledge in the upper left. The bag release the breacher, and when time has paid is interested, the bag turns on the ledge. Is why the time is over. Important details is that person can see how much time is still and has to be application by passing the barcode of the camera on the pump. By the able itself by more time on the spot. There is a coffee shop between the library and the bookstore. As more than a quarter of people who read books or study take this drink. When a person buys 3 hours in the library, gets a free coffee, and she buys a glass extra larger coffee, gets a 1 hour in the library. When an event occurs, He stays in the library in a large pavilion where there are no bookcases and people can set up books and demonstration ahead of the library where lectures take place. The parts of both the events can be better described by someone who has through.
Well, in the day of events, while the teams are doing a hug job and me wall coffee has a very large transition of people. But people must be asking themselves what are their events. Well, I can put here three dual writer tales of makers and write in words. In dual writer there is a competition in which writer can make stand of your book and writer see and vote for the application which of the participants has a better story and the one who has a book published by Wolkoff. The tales of makers we call the writer who are already consecrated to give lectures on how to make a book. From character creation to how to proceed in dialogues in this and a set of lectures in this event that lasts a week. We had the reward that takes place the second week of June, in which people get miles to spend on trips for every book they make. During these events, we invite school and great personalities in the world of reading and go to the school and school that are around, which are many since the wall coffee of São Paulo is strategically in the part to west of the capital, where it has great concentration of school and college. During these events, the influence to the library profits about around 12%, and we sell more coffee and sound dampers.
At then, it was almost already only lacking a title of waiting to leverage the people in the market.
So I went to Philippe and said, I know a man who is a professor in the Faculty of Letters, and he writes very well, and I remember he's looking to launch a book.
And his name is John Ronald Reuel Ribeiro.
When Gustavo introduced me Felipe, I confess at first that I found it strange.
Because my work was rejected by four publishers until then on one that appeared in contact was difficult.
I did not put high hopes and handed the manuscript of the Lord of these Words for him, and incredible as it may seem, 4 days later her contacted me speaking that wanted to release my book. And good writing was even better than to read.
By the time it was becoming popular and become a sales hit, and the other 2 books of
The saga following, and even all that the man understand one woman, I managed to surpass my expectations. Since it was way of language totally different from my normal reader.
At that moment, we managed to grow despite all the adversities and crises that we have been taught, and we are a fast growing company in the country, having 6 more branches in other states of Brazil.